What up, YouTube? Lloyd of Houston back at you with another Houston Texans free agency video. 713 the Bio City win the building again. H-Town salute. Hope everyone's enjoying the new week. So, some more Texans news came about as the Houston Texans signed, signed two players to the Texans and re-signed a special teamer in Jake Hansen to a one-year deal, meaning he'll be sticking around with the Texans, in which he'll be playing on special teams more going forward. So, welcome back to Houston, Jake Hansen. Now, as far as Darrell Taylor, he had signed the deal with the Texans, which is for 1 year, which, pretty much, set up on the Texans edge rushers, behind Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. So, only thing left now with this signing is, add a few more linebackers. And of course, offensive line is still important. Gotta address that O-line and that left tackle now that Tunsil is now a Washington Redskin. I still refuse to call them the Commanders because that's a weird name. But my thoughts on this signing is that, I gotta say, an unsung pickup for sure. His best season was back in 2022 with the Seahawks when he had 9.5, and 2024 was, not a good year for him. But he's only 27, and I feel like he still has the potential. But the potential to be pretty solid, behind this Texans edge rushers, behind Derek Barnett, Will Anderson, and Danielle Hunter. He could be a pretty good rotational edge rusher, knowing if Will Anderson or Danielle Hunter happen to go out for a play or two, Barnett and Taylor are going to be there, to try to fill a void for a few plays. I mean, maybe not the fanciest pickups, but pretty much ain't the worst of the worst type pickup. I can't be too mad at it, though. More edge rushing help for sure. So, it's a pretty solid pickup, and looking forward to see what he does in this DeMeco Ryans defense. Be nice to see him, play in that form he did back in 2022. Since he currently has 24.5 sacks in his career thus far. And hopefully, the career sacks can increase, now that he's a member of the Houston Texans, all in for seeing what he does in the Lions defense. And of course, Houston, missed out on Andre Sisco, who went to the Jets. I wouldn't mind picking him up, but hey, it is what it is. Missed out on Dre Greenlaw, who signed with the Broncos. I gotta say, it's a W pickup for the Broncos. Not to get off topic or nothing, but for Darrell Taylor, welcome to the Texans, and can't wait to see what you bring to this Texans defense on the D-line. Now, and another player that Houston signed was Justin Watson, I feel like this is a pretty underrated pickup. He's only 28, he's got the potential. I'll say that, but, just the numbers just haven't, best year he had was arguably was the Chiefs in 2023. When he won a Super Bowl with them back in 23 and 22, and also in 2020 as well when he played with Tom Brady. So, dude pretty much has 3 Super Bowl rings, truth be told. But I feel like it's a death move. I know this may be only a death move, but because of the fact that John Mechie and Xavier Hutchinson hasn't stepped up enough so far. I feel like it's gonna be some competition. You know, as far as wide receivers 3 is concerned, it's gonna be some competition come training camp, and I still see Houston drafting a wide receiver likely in the later rounds. In the later round in the draft, because hidden gems are found in later rounds in the draft. So I wouldn't be surprised if Houston doesn't draft that wide receiver from Ohio State or Matt or Golden from Texas. So wouldn't be surprised. But it would be nice for Houston to add another receiver, even though I wanted that boy Joshua Palmer from the Chargers, but the Bills scooped him up for 3 years worth $36 million. So gonna be well under Josh Allen. But as far as Justin Watson goes, I can't be too mad at this depth pickup. Wide receiver depth, because it's understanding that Tank Dell won't play in 25 as he's recovering from the surgery he recently had. Rooting for Tank Dell for a speedy recovery, but hey, hopefully Justin Watson can be pretty decent, in this Texans offense under Stroud under center. And yeah, hopefully Houston can pick up an old lineman day 2 of free agency, since they couldn't get one today. But hopefully day 2 is different as they address that offensive line. Because, man, it was bad enough that Stroud was the second most sacked quarterback, which is why Stroud regressed in year 2. And yeah, I'll admit that he was pretty iffy. Though, if he wants to see Stroud have a better year 3, get that offensive line completely adjusted. Starting with adding online help through free agency. Though I still see Houston, drafting the offensive tackle with their 25th pick. And so, or even trade up if they have to. But like I said earlier in my tonsil video, the off season is unpredictable. Ain't no telling what goes down. But hey, Darrell Taylor, Justin Watson, welcome to the Houston Texans. And Jake Hansen, welcome back to the Texans. So there you have it. Houston checking on up out of here. H-Town salute.